you need to start a Minecraft trailer. Hell yeah. Are we really going full circle with this? Why didn't we start with this at the very beginning? I mean, it looks a bit choppy in the green screening still.
Don't worry, I'm gonna cushion our phone.
But it's moving enough you kinda can't tell. That's the way to do it, my guy. There it is. Dot on 8 o'clock in the evening in the UK, we finally get the final trailer of a Minecraft movie. I've been covering these trailers each time they pop out, even a 1-minute one from a sports advert of some sort in the past. And I think this is a real story of redemption. I've got to be honest, because I did not entirely hate this final trailer. A Minecraft movie. It has been the punching bag of the last year when it comes to the most notable terrible movie coming out. Coming with basically pre-alpha footage of terrible green screen shots, terrible dialogue that became a ironic meme of itself with I Am Steve, and a general premise that seemed so cliche in making a video game adaptation that I think we all kind of wrote this damn movie off. But come round a years later, Warner Brothers finally has their marketing team slightly more on track, and they've actually finished most of the CGI, and the way this trailer starts, it's great. This is really how you should start a Minecraft trailer, and now that we're seeing it in its final stages, it does all come together in a way that I don't fully know what to expect out of this movie anymore. I fully expect no matter what happens that I'm going to enjoy this movie. I'm the kind of person that loves the ironic watch of terrible movies. I've literally made a whole saga of making videos about that exact topic. But then also I do genuinely love video games, so seeing a good adaptation, I'll have a good time with. This constantly seems to be teetering on the line of I love this and I hate this, and it's a weird blend of cringe jingle keying, key jingling, and then genuine good adaptations that's fun to see, even if it's in its own right parodying itself.
That thing doesn't understand a word you're saying.
Alright, and you've pulled me out of it again. At least you still know it's the same Minecraft movie. Every line this character has said so far is just your classic cliche, whoa, kind of lines. Glad to know it sticks around even when they're just addressing a non-sheepy sheep. But while I do have all sorts of praises for this trailer, it is not without fault. There are still some dodgy looking green screen shots in there. Some of the dialogue is clearly real and I don't think any good. And some of the shots that appeared in prior trailers that I criticized as, not looking that great, they're still here now. But overall, I think we get a really good sense of what a Minecraft movie is looking to be. And it's nice that I can't fully tell if we've been fully spoiled yet. I think we have. I think we've seen every scene, essentially. The real big thing missing that I think I can pass from underneath the surface of this trailer is the fact that the protagonists are probably going to be the kids. Jack Black and Jason Momoa are going to be stolen at some point. But all along the way, I'm really liking some of the things they've chosen to adapt and turn around into a story that's not necessarily canon to the games as a whole, and it's just nice to see in its quirky little way. Baby pandas pop up out of existence, because of course that's how that works. I love the new scene of a pigling kid getting stabbed. That dark humor, that's so British. Love that stuff. It kind of reminds me of that sort of scene one from the Mario movie of just playing around with the villains a little bit more in a way we wouldn't have otherwise seen. It seems like a good way to tell that adaptation in a modern movie with its little quirkiness to it. When it comes to talking to a sheep, though, can we find some better material, please?
And spear. We hit the nether.
Jack Black came across a portal with one block missing? Wow, how lucky. The kind of statistical likeliness you'd put in a dream video. I think this movie is going to have a little bit of something for everybody. If you're a young kid that just wants to see Minecraft things, you're going to be getting that all sorts of things galore. If you're more interested in seeing the comedy play around of things, I think it might be a little bit hit or miss. Jason Momoa, for example, is very clearly trying to be his own comic relief, standout-ish protagonist character, as much as Jack Black is also that, and also I guess so is the world in a certain sense with the comedy. And that, I think, is the thing I'm most unsure about. I think depending on the tone of any given cinema screening, the jokes of this movie are either going to really soar, if you could really come to enjoy the stuff that comes out of Jason Momoa's mouth, or it's kind of going to fall flat and be cringe, because I don't know what it is exactly with Jason Momoa in this movie particularly, but I don't think it's necessarily doing him any favors.
No, it doesn't.
Don't look at her. It does. I love Blue House.
I don't know if Jason Momoa works in this movie. Obviously, he's going for his comedy chops, and he's good at it. I just don't know if this film and this script does him any favors. I don't know. I feel like his tone doesn't work just as much as Jack Black's is a little bit off. At I Am Steve, at the very least. Like, I wish Jason all the best, but I'm not impressed yet. His acting's fine, I think. It's just what he's needing to act in the context of what's around him. It's only halfway there. To see him going from super serious shades to running mouth open, jarring, to say the least. And I think kind of the girly scream jokes is very done and very safe. But I don't know, maybe when we see it in the context of everything else, it'll actually be pretty damn good. I could certainly enjoy it if I know it's going to be of that caliber of humor. What is a genuine piece of comedy caliber that I would be really intrigued to see is the damn side plot with the villager, I'm going to be honest. Oh, there she is. Oh, this is going to give me so much ironic dopamine, I can tell. Jennifer Coolidge falls in love with a Minecraft villager in the wild because they sound similar.
Oh my god, are you alright?
Did I like that? I think I mostly liked that.
Your head is huge.
I'm either gonna absolutely hate that thing or really enjoy it. At the very least, Jennifer Coolidge's only line, essentially, does bring me a lot of joy. I think this is gonna be a weird blend of an ironic watch and genuine enjoyment. I think, ironically enough, this will eventually turn around to be a real cult classic of a movie. Hey there, thank you for making it to the halfway mark of this video. Come and subscribe if you haven't already to see more animated movie news and Minecraft movie. We'll do a review on it on April 4th, only a little bit more than a month away. Hey, I think I'm gonna like it one way or another. So look forward to that coming soon. It is pretty cheesy and low-hanging fruit in a few places, but sometimes that's kind of the exact kind of crappy that you can really come to enjoy and loop several times over. Hey, maybe that's the end goal of a Minecraft movie in the first place. There does seem to be some genuine high heights in some of the sequences, like the flying moments. Maybe it's just because of the music involved in the trailer this time around, but I think that can come with a real, genuine sense of excitement, as the CGI, as we've said all sorts of times before, is pretty good. The animation VFX team in the background on this movie do know what they're doing when they're actually given time to finish a shot before it goes out to the marketing department. And I think there can be a real nice sense of whimsy and imagination in flying around in a fancy world that we've all built ourselves with the foundational blocks.
Anything you can dream about?
Alright, a little bit of montaging to build. How has it taken 3, if not 4 trailers to reach this point? Finally now we get to see a montage of someone building a big thing other than a line of dirt with a hole for a door. And though it does seem like this movie is leaning a lot more heavily on the comedic sides of life, and I don't know exactly how well that's going to play out, what I can see of some of the more genuine plot lines and messaging, I'm starting to like, because I think the concept of a Minecraft movie has a lot of potential with it having so many parallels to the Lego movie and the successes of that. The fact of the matter is, a player comes into this world and they can formulate it however they wish to. They can create absolutely anything they want. And when you look at what people have done with the mechanics of Minecraft, when you see how players have actually adapted and used this engine for decades now, you can see these incredible builds and worlds and stories that people have managed to tell in real life using the video game. From all sorts of directions, whether it's the controversial kids content to creating politically censored content inside of a Minecraft library. Like, it's absolutely mind-blowing, the full breadth of how far the real Minecraft world has been twisted and pulled to people's whim. And I really hope that kind of idea, no, we don't need the full-on kids content library example here, but I would like to see something of that you can design anything element plugged into this movie. That's the one thing I really have the itch for now. I want to see some big, impressive build after establishing all of these mechanics to see what these characters, having one intelligent moment, can build as a masterpiece. Whoa, this is an impressive thing they built to overcome trials. We see some crafted things, some builds.
I got something for you.
Alright. She's finally doing something that's not the cliche. Well, no, it's kind of the same. A hint of creativity in making a single line of redstone wiring to blow up something. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at the Lego movie and you see these big builds they create, I hope it's more than just the most bare bones mechanic. I want to be impressed by what the Minecraft movie can do, rather than just conscious of a reference to Minecraft in it. I hope there is more than that. It could just be its early days in the trailer. They're trying not to spoil anything. There's a montage building a giant head in the sky. That's probably the closest we have to a cool big build, other than the probable spoilers of the final battle. Building a bunch of mobs. And maybe that's all we'll get. I guess that's fine. And I think I get it. Like, it makes sense that in the Minecraft movie world, it would make more sense to just play around with the build of the world that's already there, play with the seed and all the mobs and machinations that are already built in to bounce off of, rather than terraforming the whole land to build some massive scape. But I don't know. There's room, at least with the redstone. I hope it's more than just a line of explosives, you know? Really though, when you compare to the quality that this movie seemed a good year ago now, this is well and truly beyond when it comes to scope and quality and impression. Even just starting out with that water bucket clutch is absolutely fantastic in joking around how people actually play the game, and it could easily run into a series if they really wanted to run with it. Or hey, just make it like an anthology movie franchise. Is that a thing we've ever seen before? A different Minecraft movie. You know, I want to see that next. A new Minecraft movie. Whilst also, it seems simple enough. There is the netherworld. They come to the real world. You need to fight them off to protect the people. Keep it simple on that front. You lavish it in jokes that I can't tell if they're hit or miss. I think it's going to be a wonderful cult classic collection of both. And then get some messaging of you can be who you want to be or something. I don't know. Put it all together into a nice entertaining bunch with a good little bit of jingling keys and a good little dose of dopamine and a B-plot about a villager, why not, for the fun of it. And I think we might have a pretty solid movie on our hands. It's a weird prompt to be running with when you think about it as a whole.
Let's do this.
Ooh, okay. Yes, actually. Crafting a bunch of mobs as a defense line. I love it. And finally, a hint of, I guess, what's the real story, which is the kids by themselves having to handle everything. Once again, naturally, the marketing will not show any of that real plotline because you gotta get Jason Momoa and Jack Black in there. It's just the Warner Brothers way. But hey, actually, a hint. I think I'm finding something under the surface I like. Brilliant. But I think with how wacky the world is and the way things are written these days, this movie is doing a pretty fine job teetering along those lines, and I think it's got all sorts of hype behind it. Whether it is surprisingly good or incredibly bad, though, the memes are gonna be all but mandatory. And one way or another, we're just gonna have a fun time along the way. I am genuinely excited now for a Minecraft movie, and come April 4th, I'm probably gonna be frothing at the mouth. Honestly, what a heroic turnaround that I'm actually on board with this movie now. It will always have its red flags, it'll always have its flaws, but at the end of the day, I think it's more than passable enough to just be a fun time, no matter which direction it really ends up in quality. Perhaps you could say that's the best case scenario when it comes to Warner Brothers. It'll never be as perfect as we fully want it to be, but considering the poor depths it had to climb itself up from, this is a damn good showing at the end of the day. The kind of turnaround we haven't really seen since the original Sonic 1. And look how well that movie franchise is doing. But there you are, I waited all damn day to watch this trailer, and I gotta say, I'm pretty well impressed. Had a nice Shrek 5 trailer to cleanse the palate beforehand. Gosh, what a shipwreck that is on the side. But otherwise, I shall finally end it off there and give myself a rest for the day. So on that note, my name's been Daz. Thank you very much for reaching the end of this video. Do tell me your thoughts on a Minecraft movie. Have you actually turned around on it like I have? Or have I just been Stockholm Syndromed into liking it? Do tell me your thoughts and everything down below. And I shall see you all in a little bit. Bye-bye!